so glad you could join me here today. Today, we're going to be doing a nice little interesting painting. I hope you can follow along with me. Let me run the colors across the screen that you'll need to paint along with me. Excuse me. While I do that, let me tell you where I got done on my canvas. I have a 16 by 20 inch canvas, pre-stretched, double primed, and I added a thin layer of the liquid white. Rather than that, it's slick, wet, ready to go. So, let's get started with today's painting. I'm going to go with my 2-inch brush. This is the brush I use for my liquid white. Just tap it. Let's come up here and just crisscross strokes. Crisscross applesauce. Just like so. Little bit here. Okay. Maybe we'll go into a little bit of blue, and maybe there is a cloud or two. Okay. So darken up those corners a bit. And then lightly pull that paint across. Now, I'm going to tap some highlight. Just a little highlight. There. Just like so. Lightly go over. And just like that, we have a nice little simple sky going on for us. Now, let's go into ivory black. Let's cut a roll of paint. As you can see, let me demonstrate that better. Pull your knife across, and you'll get that little roll of paint on the edge of your knife. Let's come up here. You decide how your mountain is shaped. Maybe you don't want a mountain. I'm just putting in a mountain because I believe I want a mountain in there. Okay, just scratch it off. Just like so. Maybe there is that last bump. Okay. Okay. Now, once you scratched everything off, I'm gonna grab a clean, dry 2-inch brush, and I'm gonna grab it and pull that paint. It helps to make the illusion of pollution because it blends with the liquid white towards the base, making it lighter and giving that polluted, misty look. And secondly, what it does is it makes it easier for when we apply our highlight colors to it. It just makes it easier. There's not as much paint, and that's what you want. You don't want much paint on there. Okay. Let me clean my knife off a bit. Okay. Now we're gonna go into some titanium white. Doesn't matter if it's a little polluted with the blue. I don't really mind. So just on the edge, let's come up here ever so lightly. No pressure. No pressure whatsoever. If you have to reload every single time, do it. I'm just reloading just to get a good image, a good look, and it seems to work great, so that's what I'm doing. Okay. And your paint is very important too. Your paint is a vital part on how much success you'll have with this. Because if you have a runny paint, like almost like acrylic, it's gonna be way harder for you to achieve this look. And sorry in advance if you can hear the birds I'm hearing. They decided to come up right now. Okay, just a little here and there. Here and there. Boom. There we go. Now, I'll grab some white. Take it into that ivory black. Just mix up a color you're satisfied with, really. Some white. A little bit of blue. Smaller touch, there we go. And a little bit of red. Just to give me like a lavender grayish. A little bit more red. Maybe a little more white. You mix it to whatever color you like. I'm gonna add a bit more white. There. And you're just doing the same thing, just pulling the opposite direction. That's all you're doing. Okay? Just like so. Okay. 0 to no pressure. Now, we'll come back and fix our little peaks, the ones that were little destroyed or little touched up. Okay. Boom. Okay. Just like that, you have yourself a good looking mountain. Tap out the base by following that angle. Just tap it. There we go. Now, I'm going to phthalo blue. And, sorry, I got some hairs coming down to my face. Maybe right here. I'm gonna add just the smallest amount, well, not the smallest amount, but a small amount of blue just to put the indication of some water. Maybe tap it, maybe just a little waterfall. Okay, just like so. Now, let's go ahead. Let's go into some ivory black and a little sap green. Ivory black, sap green. And just tap it. There we go. Now, I'm gonna lightly lift up just to give the indication of a few little trees. And then I like to pull down and go across. That's how I do it. Okay, so now let's go ahead. Let me go into straight, or not straight. Let's go into some more ivory black. Mix it with some green. It's a little bit of yellow. Okay, maybe here. There. Just like so. Just tap it on. Load up some more yellow. A little bit more green. Tone it down with a little red. Let's see what color we got now. Okay. Okay. Just like so. Little cadmium yellow. Okay. Just like so. And just blend everything together. But that way you have different shades. A little bit of black if you wanted to, just pure black. Okay. And you can blend that out too. The reason why I'm doing this is because after taking several online video classes, or whatever you want to call them, I learned that if you have it all one straight color, it's gonna look flat. So you want to kind of change it up a bit. Okay, we're gonna go with my palette knife and just add a few little water lines, like a river coming by. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna have a waterfall over here at the edge. So I'm gonna start with my palette knife. Okay. Just a few. Now, let's go into titanium white with my 2-inch brush. Just load your brush up really good. And boom, boom. Just tapping a little bit. Now, let's go ahead. Let me add a couple more water lines. How about that? Okay, let me mix up a brown color. Hopefully I get the brown from last time. That was a nice brown. Sadly, no one bottles it and sells it or puts it in a tube. I would buy that. Let me put this paint to the side. Or you know what? I could use this. A little bit of red. More red. A little bit of black. Just mix it up to your preferences. Can't stress enough how important it is to do it because you want to and not because someone else does it. So, just like so. A little bit of ivory black. I think I got a good color there. Now, let's come up here and let's block in some dirt. Okay. We can do this fairly quick. Some white. Maybe a little yellow. Let's come up here. Got that little row. You just gotta kind of guess and mix colors. I can't really tell you, well, mix this color. I could show you what colors it makes, but you have to mix it and be completely satisfied with it. That's the interesting part of painting, the creative process. Okay, now let's go ahead. I'm gonna go into a little sap green. Sorry about that. Sap green, cadmium yellow. Load up my 2-inch, and I don't want to cover up everything, because if we cover everything up, then there was no point in doing all the value changes. So I'm just gonna cover up a bit. Not everything. Okay. There. Now, gotta do the same for the other side. Let's come up here. And just lightly tap. Lightly. Okay. There. Let the underneath color show a bit. Now, let's go ahead. Let's block in a couple rocks. Okay. So just like so. Just blocking in with ivory black. Doesn't really matter as long as you have nice dark color, you should be fine. Let me know in the comment section whether you guys would like to see more advanced paintings. I'll be glad to do them for you. And it's a bit harder than wet on wet, but if you're ready to take the next step, I'll guide you. Okay. Shoot, right here. That's a big old mean one. Maybe, nah, I lied. That wasn't the mean one. It was the one in the corner. Okay, now let me kind of clean out this brush and just pull that paint. Okay, ever so lightly. Now, let's go ahead. First off, I'm gonna mix up a gray and add a touch of brown to it. Let's come up here. Shoot. Ever so lightly. Okay. Maybe here. There lives a bit. Let me pick up my paint, mix up some, well, not mix up some more, but like pile it up and add some more to my knife. Now, let's go ahead, add some more white. Just make it lighter than before. And add more brown. And maybe that's still too light. I mean, too dark. And just maybe there's extra sunlight hitting it. Okay. Lots of paint texture that's gonna have. Okay, just like so. Okay, now let's go ahead. Let's add some shadows to that. Okay, just mix it up to whatever color you want. I'm gonna do basically a dark gray. I think it's a bit lighter than my base color, but sorry about that. But I think it's perfect in my vision. Okay. There. Just a few little critters. Now, last couple of things I want to do. Let's add in a fence, a guardrail. So if you climb up here, you don't trip and fall to the river and waterfall. You can watch it from a distance. Okay. Let's put one over here. Just like so. Okay. Now, what's missing? Let's go ahead. We're gonna put in an evergreen tree. God damn, my voice is not the best right now, as you can probably hear. I'm gonna go into number 3 fan brush. Little sap green. And just tap the corners and just go back and forth. You have the power to bring out a tree just by tapping. I'm gonna end it a little before the rocks, just a little bit. And let's pull up a little bit of that paint. And just tap it on. Try to mimic a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect, but lightly pull. Oh, I had black. Damn it, I screwed myself. I'll fix it right now. So, let's go into little sap green, little cadmium yellow, just like so. And let's highlight this evergreen. Load up your brush. Boom. Just like so. Okay, just fixing up the bottom. Okay. You can push up a couple grassy effects. See, one mistake can make everything much harder. Okay? When you're blending for shadows, make sure you have a clean brush. I make sure, and you saw what happened. I pulled it in to my 2-inch brush that had a little bit of, not a little bit, it had a ton of ivory black, and I just smudge black all over there. So be careful. You can fix that. Once it dries, you can add more paint and more paint in order to make it look better. And I think I think that's about it for today. I hope you enjoy this video and try this painting out. I'd like to wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care, my friend.